if you're struggling to have control around certain foods, or you avoid going to restaurants because you're afraid of the chips or bread basket, well, guess what? I have a simple solution for you. So stick around to the end of this video so you know exactly how to solve this issue you're having so that you can feel safe, you can go out to eat, and you can allow these foods in your house once again, and you can still enjoy them without feeling out of control. Hi, I'm Renee. Welcome to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. I cannot wait to help you on your health and fitness journal. My channel has tons of nutrition and macro videos as well as workouts. So I'm here to help you find your happiest, healthiest self. In today's video, I just want to talk to you a little bit about this issue. I know this is a big problem in our world, really, because it comes down to restriction. And that's how we can't trust ourselves around food, because we've restricted and then we go to binge on it. I've been there. Trust me, I have been there. And really what saved me was macro counting. 4 years ago, I started macro counting, and it has been the best decision of my life. Before that, I was on the restrict all week, don't eat, and then binge all weekend. And I'd come to Monday feeling awful because of everything I ate. But I felt like I had to get all these foods in because then I couldn't have them again until the following weekend. And then the whole cycle kept going, and I was just on a hamster wheel going and going and never getting stronger or fitter, anything like that. So I want to help you in this journey. Well, my solution is simple. It's very simple, and actually now has a scientific name. I never knew about this till recently. I always just did it and taught about it and talked about it, but it's actually called exposure therapy. I know, such a crazy word. I love that I can put a scientific word with this method, but really it's simple. So figure out what foods you can't trust yourself around. Maybe it's these yummy dark chocolate pretzel crisps. That was one of my binges at one point. Maybe it's these mini peanut butter cups, another one that I would just like eat and eat and eat. Maybe it's chips. Maybe it's popcorn. Maybe it's ice cream, M&Ms, whatever it is. And maybe it's all of those, which is fine. That happens. You are going to eat them every single day until you don't feel the need to eat them anymore. Okay? That's literally it. But now when I say eat them, I mean you are going to sit down, get yourself a bowl, get a plate, and sit there and really focus and be mindful. You aren't gonna stand, you aren't gonna eat it out of the container. You're gonna get it and get as much as you want, and maybe you go back for more, which is fine. But you are going to plan that into your day. If you count calories or you macro count, you will actually put that into your macro count the day before. And you will eat it, and eventually it will not have this hold over you. Because right now it has a hold over you because you don't allow yourself to just eat it. And I promise you that most of these foods are not as good or delicious as your mind has them to be. So tortilla chips was always a big one of mine. I used to dread going to Mexican restaurants simply because of the chips, and I would eat the whole basket even though they weren't that great. So now I can have one chip or two and be good. And actually some of the restaurants that I thought the chips were amazing, now I eat them and I'm like, they're not really that good. So focus on your food. Be conscious when you're going through this process. Sit down and eat them. And I promise you that their pull on you will go away. I mean, not overnight. Give it maybe even up to a month, but eat it every single day. Eat your favorite type. So if you have a favorite tortilla chip that you love, eat that and make sure that that's what you're eating every day. And then someday it's just gonna be another tortilla chip. And really that's all that it is. And you might have the occasional slip up. This isn't going to be perfect, but what it is that's going to get you to trust yourself around this food again. The negative thought of the food is part of the problem, and you'll see that. So you have these negative thoughts and you're already thinking, oh my gosh, I can't trust myself. Well, guess what? Because you tell yourself you can't trust yourself, you can't. So easy as that, right? So your homework from me to you is to pick one. So I would say don't start with every single food of yours. Another word for it is your trigger foods. Don't start with all of your trigger foods. Pick one, maybe your biggest trigger food, and eat that every day. So like I said, maybe it's tortilla chips. So maybe you are going to measure out or pull out a certain amount to start and eat that. If you want more, go back, have more. Do not restrict. I repeat, do not restrict. And do this every day for at least a week, maybe 2, until all of a sudden they just become tortilla chips. And after a while, that's all they are. Yes, they're delicious and they're great, but I will tell you, I eat them every single day, but guess what? Most of the time I have 3, 4, maybe 5 chips. That's it. I don't even need a whole serving anymore because I know that I can have more tomorrow. I know that I can have more later. So the best way to eliminate trigger foods, to eliminate the pull these foods have on you, is to expose yourself to them. Exposure therapy. I love that word. It just makes me sound like, so smart, such a doctor. I'm not at all. But these work. I've been there for years. And if you are struggling with this, contact me. I'd love to help you, get you into this macro journey. I have an amazing new company I have partnered with. So I have an app that I use and I help you figure it out and really work through it. And we will adjust your macros weekly. We can see where you're at and I want you to feel your best. Because in the end, the best health and fitness program that you can do is one that you'll be consistent with. And if you are ever completely eliminating a food from your diet, well, that's not consistency because you can't live like that forever. Now, if it's a medical reason, that's one thing. Like my daughter's allergic to dairy, so she can't have it. So we eliminate it. Well, of course we do. But if you're eliminating it because you think it's going to make you healthier, you think it's going to make you lose weight, guess what? That's not a good thing because once you start putting it back into your diet, guess what? It's going to become a trigger food because you restricted for so long. So, one simple step. That's it. Eat your trigger foods. Yes, eat the foods that you crave and eat them every day until the craving goes away. And I promise it will. But let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. Contact me. I would love to work with you. Let's set up a consultation. We'll chat and figure out your best plan of attack because I want you to feel your healthiest, no restrictions. You can eat whatever you want, including alcohol, chips, candy, ice cream. Anything that your heart desires is yours and you can still be your healthiest self. Okay? So let me know down below. Make sure that you like, subscribe. Tell me what else you want me to talk about. I love talking about these nutrition tips because I've been there. And now I seriously am my healthiest, my strongest, my leanest self ever. And I'm eating also more food than ever before. So let's chat. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Goodbye.